Okay,
Karnish,
welcome to session 3. Yes, Nipur.
Amay is trying to join actually. He can't join, he's saying.
He can't join.
Yeah. काय प्रॉब्लेम होता है?
Great. So, just a quick recap of what we did on Saturday. Please give me some quick pointers, three of you. एक दिया क्या वो शीट जहाँ पे लिखा था
नहीं.
LIC.
So we learn to do LIC with our competitors.
We've just done an intro. We've not gone into depth
Yeah.
of how we do LIC.
So we have to do that. Basically, that's what we do.
Thursday, you guys will give me all the intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We collect all the comparative intelligence. We also did a little bit of an intro on the negotiation skills.
Yeah.
Some scenarios you guys are giving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's also we did.
Then negotiation and business is done with equals,
Right.
and pipeline is your lifeline. When there's an interaction with a lead or client, and he comments that you are too overpriced for us, so you like the next comment which you should say is like, as compared to what.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nupur, any other insights?
Yeah. So if if the client is asking you something, you should ask something in return always, which is of the same stature.
Correct. Of equal value.
Of
Perceived value. Anything else, Nikita? We covered last time. Okay, that's pretty much it. So we did some intro on comparative intelligence, negotiation skills, and some tips and tricks, right? So today we'll do a little bit of a reinforcement. So in Lemon Yellow, you have this culture of starting with a prayer, right? You still doing that?
Yeah.
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 Why do we do that? Do you have any idea why? Is somebody trying to convert you guys into his cult? What's the purpose? There's a very powerful purpose behind that.
So it's a universal prayer, which is which wishes well to the entire world, and we start with saying that. So it does. The meaning is we are wishing that everybody is happy, healthy, wealthy, and that's how we start with it. And it sets the tone for the day, and we also end with it. So, and beginning and end of the day is with the universal prayer, which is kind of a foundation of Lemon Yellow's philosophy.
Right. What else? Why do we do that? Nupur, Ramya?
I think to get aligned with the culture so that everyone's on the same page. And
So you whether you like it or not, you got to do it. Is that what you're saying?
no, not that way. I think initially no one would like it, but when you actually start seeing difference, you start seeing discipline in your work, in your ways other than office also. I think you get aligned with it.
Okay. Amaya?
So the thought of Samit sir and now all of us is that he will grow along with us. Let there be good with everyone around us. Everyone, let them also grow, and it's like a prayer for everyone. We don't pray for any particular culture. We just say ki let good be done to everyone, and let everyone be happy.
Right.
Do great in their lives.
So lest we forget, that's why we have to, this is part of something called reinforcing. Right? If there is something good, that's why all good habits have to be done for a certain time. Right? So the reason I'm asking you this, we want to revisit what we did in session 1. What are the good qualities of a salesperson? Anybody remember?
Not very persuasive.
Not persuasive.
Yeah, not very persuasive.
So not, I think not too pushy, but should have a.
You can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
So if you remember, this is some of the qualities to succeed,
Energy.
right? It starts with energy. Then is persistence, never give up and never give any excuses. Gratitude. This is why you do the prayer.
Yeah.
Be thankful to your world, to your employers, to your clients, whoever is paying your salaries, and with the act of servitude. As salespeople, we are here to serve. So what happens is what remains in session one, we should not forget it. So I want to show you a very good video. Please pay attention. I like this video a lot. This is something to do with reinforcing your behaviors. Please see from a pure sales as a growth consultant, as a customer service expert. Please watch it from that angle and make notes. Let me try to play.
Subscribe to our channel and press the.
So you do share of computer audio, right?
Yeah.
Just hold on.
Subscribe to our channel and
Can you
press the
hear?
bell icon to never miss an update.
Now we come to Zomato, which is the big story, a chunk of, I'm assuming, your most valuable experience before you started out on your own. You are the 12th employee of Zomato, and tell us a little bit about your journey. What did you do at Zomato? Because we see it in our small way also, because we also are trying to build a business at Inside IM के जो शुरुआत के जो कोर टीम होता है वो बहुत ही एसेंशियल होता है. वो जो सेट करेगा सिस्टम्स, जो प्रोसेसेस बनाएगा, वो अगर अच्छे हुए, वो पुख्ता हुए, तभी वो बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनती है. सो कुड यू टेल अस अ लिटिल बिट मोर अबाउट दैट?
डेफिनेटली. एक तो जब आपने पूछा ना हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वांट टू वर्क फॉर फंडेड स्टार्टअप, मैंने 4 हाथ देखे थे ऐसे ऊपर, राइट. मेरे केस में ये था कि माय नेचर इज सच कि मेरे को जब तक रिस्क नहीं होता काम में वो मज़ा नहीं आता, राइट. मतलब सेल्स वालों को पंटर बोलते हैं लोग, तो मेरे को पंट मारने की आदत है हर चीज़ में. आई कैन नॉट गो इन टू एन ऑफिस एंड मेक PPTs लाइक यू नो थ्रू द डे. आई कांट डू दैट. दैट्स व्हाई आई क्विट कंसल्टिंग एज वेल. मुझे ये चीज़ पता है और मैं शर्त ला के बता सकता हूँ दैट आप सबके नाम यहाँ रिकॉर्ड कर लो एंड 4 years डाउन द लाइन एटलीस्ट 20% ऑफ यू आर गोइंग टू बी इन स्टार्टअप्स. रीज़न ये है कि आप में, मैं शर्त ला के बोल सकता हूँ, ऐसे लोग हैं जो बड़े ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के अंदर जो पॉलिटिक्स और ये वो उससे बहुत जल्दी तंग आ जाओगे. स्पेशली दोज ऑफ यू हु आर हाईली इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक इन नेचर, जिनको कमाने का प्रेशर थोड़ा कम है एंड सो ऑन सो फॉर्थ, एंड यू विल मूव ऑन टू ग्रीनर पैस्चर्स. क्योंकि स्टार्टअप्स के साथ एक फ़ायदा ये होता है कि ये पॉलिटिक्स ऑल ऑफ दैट इज नॉट there,
राइट. अनलेस यू स्टार्टेड.
It's very no nonsense, do stuff all the time. As far as my journey is concerned, see, one thing I realized, and I spent 18 years in Zomato. वो मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because आपने dog years के बारे में सुना है ना, 1 year equal to 7 dog years. तो मैं बोलता हूँ कि स्टार्टअप में अगर आपने 1 साल बिताया तो that's equal to 3 or 4 years. Because इतनी पेस पे चीज़ें चलती हैं. तो एक्चुअली अगर मैंने 6 साल बिताए तो मैंने तो 18 साल बिताए. द फर्स्ट लर्निंग दैट आई हैड व्हेन आई जॉइंड अर्ली स्टेज स्टार्टअप व्हिच वाज सीड फंडेड एज द 12th पर्सन देयर वाज दैट इट इज़ नॉट अ करियर चॉइस, इट इज़ अ लाइफस्टाइल चॉइस. व्हाट डू आई मीन व्हेन आई से इट्स अ लाइफस्टाइल चॉइस? कि आपके जो 24 घंटे हैं वो ईट ब्रीथ स्लीप शिट, देयर इज नथिंग एल्स, राइट. यू आर barely able to manage your relationships with parents, girlfriends, spouse, etc., whatever, right? So it is a very clear lifestyle choice, and I guess some people take it because they are just not happy doing run on the mill stuff. उनको excitement चाहिए होती है, वो अंदर से adventure sports वाले लोग होते हैं, right? तो this is the corporate equivalent of an adventure sport. That's what you're really doing when you join a startup. Second thing I realized is job description बोल के कुछ नहीं होता. There is, वो बनाया होता है. मैंने भी पूछा था कि जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या होगा, तो सामने से जवाब है धंधा खड़ा करना है. मैंने कहा ओके दैट्स द शॉर्टेस्ट जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन आई एवर हर्ड. तो उसके बाद सडनली यू नो रिक्रूट कर रहे हैं लोग, फीट ऑन स्ट्रीट रिक्रूट कर रहे हैं. जो ये आपके मेन्यूज नहीं कलेक्ट करते, उसकी सैलरी थी अभी तो खैर जोमेटो इज़ अ बिग ब्रांड नाउ, बट मैं आपको अर्ली स्टोरी सुना रहा हूँ. मैंने बॉम्बे ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट किया था जोमेटो में 2010 में. तो मेरे फ्लैट से स्टार्ट हुआ था अंधेरी में. उसकी तनख्वाह होती थी 7,000 रुपये प्लस सम परफॉर्मेंस लिंक बोनस. अब ये लोग कहाँ से, मेरी लाइफ का पहला चैलेंज रिक्रूट करना. अब रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए या तो मैं इनसाइड IIM आ सकता हूँ या मैं IIM जॉब्स जा सकता हूँ. व्हाट आई डिड वाज, और स्टार्टअप्स में क्या होता है कि अगर आप शादीशुदा हो तो वाइफ भी स्टार्टअप की एम्प्लॉय बन जाती है इनडायरेक्टली. तो मैंने उससे पूछा, मैंने कहा यार कहाँ मिलेंगे ऐसे लोग. कहते यार वो ना लोखंडवाला मार्केट में ना एक डोमिनोज है, उसके बाहर जाके पोच करने की कोशिश करते हैं.
तो आपने डोमिनोज के डिलीवरी बॉय
को पोच किया.
नहीं, वो लोग पंक्चुअल होते हैं.
बिल्कुल. रैश ड्राइविंग भी करते हैं बट ठीक है चलता है. तो उसको पकड़ा, उसको पूछा कितनी तनख्वाह मिलती है तेरे को. सर कुछ वही 6,000 मिलती है. मैंने कहा मैं 7 दूंगा. और उनका कैसा है 1,000 के लिए वो स्विच कर जाते हैं बहुत इजीली. जैसे जोमेटो और स्विगी के डिलीवरी बॉय स्विच मारते हैं 500 रुपए के.
जैसे जोमेटो और स्विगी के बीच में हम स्विच मारते हैं.
आप स्विच मारते हो राइट.
10 रुपए के लिए स्विच
मार लेते हो. वो रिक्रूटमेंट था. अब मेरे को बी स्कूल में रिक्रूटमेंट मतलब इंटरव्यू एंड यू नो सीरियस स्टफ. व्हाट आर देयर, वेयर यू सी योरसेल्फ 5. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया इंटरव्यूइंग ऐसे क्यों होती है. वेयर डू यू सी योरसेल्फ 5 years पर. मेरे को पता ही नहीं, मेरे फैमिली में किसी को नहीं पता कि उनको अगले 1 साल में क्या करना है. मैं कैसे बताऊं आपको अगले 5 साल में मुझे क्या करना है. मेरे को तो यही नहीं पता. मुझे आज भी ये पता नहीं होता कि मैं अगले महीने क्या करूंगा. ऊपर से मैं स्टार्टअप चला रहा हूँ अपना, जिसका कुछ नहीं पता होता कब क्या हो जाए. राइट. वो सब क्वेश्चंस तो किसी काम के ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. अब वो भाई है, उस भाई को उसकी भाषा में समहाउ यू नो आई हैव टू हायर हिम देन ट्रेन हिम. ट्रेनिंग में बिल्कुल एकदम वर्नैकुलर में, एकदम मुंबईया हिंदी में उसकी ट्रेनिंग चल रही है. फिर वो चोरी चकारी भी करता था. राइट. उसको जितना टारगेट देते थे उतना करके ला रहा था. बट यू नो ही वुड फाइंड वेज ऑफ शॉर्ट सर्किटिंग इट एंड सो ऑन सो फॉर्थ. अब इस चीज़ के लिए कोई भी स्कूल ट्रेन नहीं करता.
बिल्कुल नहीं.
तो वहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ. फिर द सेकंड इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट वाज सेल्स. मेरे को लगता है आफ्टर अबाउट 10-11 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस हर आदमी सेल्स पर्सन बन जाता है, बिकॉज ऑफ द सिंपल फैक्ट दैट इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड डेफिनेशन ऑफ सेल्स, इट्स बेसिकली, एक तो डेफिनेशन ऑफ सेल्स है कि यू आर सेलिंग योर प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस एंड यू आर गेटिंग कैश इन रिटर्न. राइट. सो द मोमेंट दैट ट्रांजैक्शन इज डन, a sale is closed. Right. When you're in a senior leadership position in any organization, which each one of you will hit at 10 to 12 years of experience, right? You'll become a senior VP in some organization. Some of you will be achievers and achieve it before. You're basically selling ideas all the time. या तो आप इन्वेस्टर से फंड रेज कर रहे होते हो तो उसको कहानी बेचनी पड़ती है. राइट. तो निकालो कहानी, चिपकाओ. राइट. नहीं तो फंड रेज नहीं होगा. या आप शेयर होल्डर्स को कुछ कहानी चिपका रहे होते हो. लेट्स से क्वार्टरली रिजल्ट अच्छा नहीं आया, क्या कहानी सुनाए कि क्वार्टरली रिजल्ट अच्छा क्यों नहीं आया और आगे का प्रोजेक्शन कैसा होगा. हायरिंग में कुछ इशू आ गया, हमारी एम्प्लॉयर ब्रांडिंग क्यों खराब है, उसकी कोई कहानी. राइट. कॉन्स्टेंटली कोई ना कोई आइडिया आप किसी ना किसी सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव, बोर्ड मेंबर, इन्वेस्टर, किसी ना किसी को बेच रहे होते हो. तो एट द एंड ऑफ इट 10-12 साल बाद हर नौकरी सेल्स में बदल जाती है. तो मेरे को समझ में बहुत जल्दी ये बात आ गई थी, बिकॉज आई जॉइंड अ स्टार्टअप. पर उसमें मेरे को थोड़ा अलग चैलेंज था. 2010 में आई यूज्ड टू, माय वाइफ यूज्ड टू मेक दिस बैग फॉर मी. उस बैग में 2 पानी की बोतल, एक तौलिया, एक टी शर्ट चेंज. आई डिडंट हैव अ कार बैक देन. बिस्किट स्नैक्स सब डाल देना. आई यूज्ड टू टेक द लोकल फ्रॉम अंधेरी टू कोलाबा, मीट सम हाई फ्लाइंग सम रेस्टोरेंट चेन का ओनर एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, और फिर वो लोकल ट्रेन से वापस आना. माई फादर केम टू विजिट मी फर्स्ट टाइम आफ्टर मैरिज. अच्छा क्या करते हो. मैं बोला कि ये पोर्टल है फूडी बे बोला जाता था उस टाइम पे. तो इसके लिए मैं बेचता हूँ, मतलब इस पे स्पेस बेचता हूँ. अच्छा तो कहाँ है क्लाइंट वाइंट. मैं कोलाबा में. कैसे जाते हो. मैं कहा लोकल से जाता हूँ. कहता अच्छा लोकल से जाते हो. कहता इजंट इट टफ. मैंने कहा हाँ टफ तो है. एंड आई सॉ द लुक ऑन माई मदर्स फेस. द लुक वॉज लिटरली लाइक इस दिन के लिए पढ़ाई करवाई थी क्या. So literally door-to-door sales selling is what I did for all my 6 years actually.
All your 6 years.
All your 6 years. उस टाइम पे बिना उसके करते थे, बाद में थोड़ा प्रमोशन हो गई, सीनियर हो गए तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा ऐशोआराम आ गया कि बाइक में चले जाते थे, उसके बाद फिर गाड़ी आ गई. बट पॉइंट इज़ कि किसी ना किसी के सामने जाके तो जलील होना पड़ता था जो कि अभी भी होना पड़ता है, राइट?
अभी भी होना पड़ता है.
हाँ, 10 लोगों के पास जाते हैं, 9 ना बोलते हैं, 1 हाँ बोल देता है. सो पंक्चर्ड ईगो के साथ मैं हर रोज शाम में घर जाता हूँ. एंड आई स्टिल हैव टू स्माइल इन फ्रंट ऑफ माय वाइफ एंड किड, राइट? सो that's what
Make a new sales pitch.
and make a new sales pitch, right? So that's what this taught me. What it taught me was obviously बहुत ज़्यादा accommodative हो गया. मेरे को समझ में आता था कि why people say no and you become okay with the no. अब मैं थोड़ा खुल के बोलूँ?
बिल्कुल.
अच्छा. मैं बड़ी बड़ी FMCG कंपनीज के ब्रांड मैनेजर्स से मिला. आई एम श्योर आपके यहाँ पे 60% लोग ब्रांड मैनेजर बनना. हाउ मेनी पीपल वांट टू बिकम ब्रांड मैनेजर्स? अब नहीं बोलोगे आप?
अब थोड़ा कम हो गया. अब प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर बनना है.
अच्छा, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर.
अब इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर, कंसल्टेंट, वो सब
तो मैं ब्रांड मैनेजर के सामने उनको अपना प्रोपोजिशन प्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ. और ब्रांड मैनेजर लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर मेरे मार रहे हैं. हमें ये नहीं आता, आपका ये खराब है, आपका वो खराब है. वो लोग क्योंकि एसी ऑफिस में बैठ के काम करते हैं, दे सो फार अवे फ्रॉम रियलिटीज. उन्होंने भी सुना होता है, सीनियर ब्रांड मैनेजर से सुना होता है, सीनियर ब्रांड मैनेजर ने कैटेगरी हेड से सुना होता है, राइट? और वो अगर मैंने आपको यूनिलीवर का ब्रांड ब्रीफ दिखा दिया, आप बी स्कूल में जाओगे ना, आप बेटर ब्रांड ब्रीफ्स प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो अगर मैंने आपको यूनिलीवर का ब्रीफ दिखा दिया. दूसरी चीज, मैं एक्सपोजे तो नहीं कर रहा यहाँ पे ज्यादा,
नहीं
कि को पकड़ के मेरे को, इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ ज्यादा सच हो जाए तो रोक लेना मेरे को. तो एक पेज का ब्रांड ब्रीफ है. मैंने ना 3 साल लगातार कॉपीज मंगवाई. 2013, 14, 15 तीनों का फॉर्मेट सेम था, बॉक्सेस के कलर सेम थे, नंबर अंदर पेनिट्रेशन परसेंटेज का बदला हुआ था.
बाकी ब्रांड ब्रीफ सेम है, सिर्फ
सेम ब्रांड ब्रीफ है.
चीज किया है.
किसी ने उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर ब्रांड ब्रीफ को, जो कि ब्रांड मैनेजर्स देते हैं आगे, को बदला नहीं था. उस दिन मेरे को समझ में आ गया कि दिस इज नॉट वेयर आई डोंट फिट इन हियर. आई एम श्योर देयर आर लॉट ऑफ यू हु विल फिट इन देयर बिकॉज समथिंग एल्स सॉर्ट ऑफ drives you. It didn't drive me. So my point is that it taught me कस्टमर की रियलिटी क्या होती है, बिकॉज वो मुंह पे बोलता था जो बोलता था. तो बोर्डरूम में जब डिस्कशन होती थी, मेरे को साफ पता लगता था कि किस एरिया ऑफ बिजनेस में हम लोग भ्रम में हैं और कौन से एरिया ऑफ बिजनेस में रियलिटी चल रही है. ये बहुत बड़ी लर्निंग थी.
एंड अगेन दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन आई आस्क्ड द ऑडियंस के मतलब सेल्स किसको करना है. ओनली अ फ्यू हैंड्स केम अप एंड सेल्स की तरफ it's always been, and I've seen it all these years myself. I'm also 2010 pass out, and sales की तरफ एक ऐसा attitude है कि वो it's like a blue collar job compared in a world of white collar jobs that you can get into from campus. And ऐसा क्यों है, and how do we change this? Because honestly I also completely agree with you that every job after a point is a sales job, and a lot of people who will get into banks will essentially be selling कि भाई accounts खोलो, and वो लोग sales ही कर रहे होंगे, but because they will be in a bank they'll say I'm a banker. So I just want to understand कि ये सेल्स की तरफ इस तरह सौतेला व्यवहार क्यों होता है, और हमारे घर में या हमारे ग्रोइंग अप ईयर्स में ऐसी कौन सी बात होती है जिसकी वजह से हमारा ये एटीट्यूड डेवलप होता है.
मैं एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, राइट, रैंडमली. एनीबडी वॉलंटियर फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस. यू सर, आप बताइए. आप सेकंड फ्रॉम लेफ्ट. या प्लीज. व्हाट इज योर अर्लीस्ट मेमोरी ऑफ अ सेल्स पर्सन? बचपन में किसी को क्या बेचते हुए देखा था आपने? अर्लीस्ट मेमोरी क्या बेचते थे? सर्फ एक्सेल, राइट. कपड़े कैसे होते थे उसके? ऐसे ही नॉर्मल से होते थे. अंग्रेजी कैसी बोलता था? एकदम ही चलता, राइट. अब देख लो, आपकी बचपन की मेमोरी जब सेल्स पर्सन की यही है, राइट, तो सोसाइटी में स्टीरियोटाइप फैलने में कितना टाइम लगेगा कि यार ये तो ना, जिनको और कोई नौकरी नहीं मिलती उनको ये नौकरी मिलती है, राइट, जो कि एक्चुअली सच भी है टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट.
मतलब कैंपस पे तो ऐसे ही होता है.
कैंपस पे
बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन, बिकॉज इट्स लुक डाउन अपॉन दैट पर्टिकुलर जॉब.
करेक्ट.
Like even sorry to interrupt, but like someone like HUL or PNG also, they will insist on a sales stint before you get into a brand role.
Absolutely.
And within their limited approach to how they look at it, they also appreciate the fact कि मतलब तुम्हें sales तो on ground तो last mile client को बेचने का काम करोगे, तभी तुम पीछे का पूरा प्रोसेस समझ सकते हो, तब तक नहीं समझ सकते.
आई एग्री. तो
जब स्टूडेंट कैंपस पे होता है उसको ये चीज नहीं समझ में आती.
तो वो ऑब्वियसली डिस्कनेक्ट है. दैट्स वेयर आई ऑल्सो अप्रिशिएट कि आप you are having this talk because this is now reaching the right people, right? And I really want to compliment Inside Diamond on doing this stuff because I believe कि ऐसी conversations होनी बहुत ज़रूरी हैं. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये था कि जो memory है ना सेल्स पर्सन की वो ऐसी हो गई है कि ये तो आएगा और कुछ तो चिपका के जाएगा. एक तो सेल्स पर्सन का जैसे ही बोलते हो तो आपके दिमाग में वर्ड्स भी ऐसे ही आते हैं.
झूठा, कमीना.
हाँ, कोई काटने वाला है, राइट? अभी काटने वाला है, अभी चिपकाएगा कुछ ना कुछ मुझे, राइट? एंड आप मार्केट में भी जाते हो तो सेल्स पर्सन आपके पास जाता है, आप बोलते हो नहीं 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 भैया नहीं नहीं चाहिए. अब क्या है, अब बेसिकली आपने फैंसी कर दिया उसको, कॉर्पोरेट सेल्स बोल देते हो या कुछ बोल देते हो, बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट बोल देते हो. सो मेरे हिसाब से इट रियली बॉइल्स डाउन टू वेदर आपको घर चलाना है और यू केयर अबाउट व्हाट पीपल से.
पर इंस्टाग्राम पहले जिंदगी शुरू करता है और लिंक्डइन जिंदगी आगे
बढ़ाता है.
तो उसमें तो क्या दुनिया मुझे देख रही है वही मैटर करता है, बाकी तो कुछ मैटर करता है.
ये बात तो सच है. तो ये भ्रम टूटने में, जिस दिन भ्रम टूट जाता है उस दिन आदमी चिल हो जाता है. मेरा भ्रम टूट गया 2-3 साल पहले, मैं चिल हो गया. मैं बोला यार यही करना है अपने को. तो अभी भी मैं जाके, अब मैं 2 टाइप की सेल करता हूँ, या तो मैं अपने सर्विसेज और प्रोडक्ट्स बेचता हूँ या मैं इन्वेस्टर से पैसा रेस करता हूँ तो उनको कहानी बेचता हूँ, राइट? यही 2 काम है मेरे. इसलिए इट इज़ सॉर्ट ऑफ लुक डाउन अपॉन. बट हियर्स अनदर स्टेटिस्टिक, और ये भी मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, ये मेरा अपना बनाया हुआ नहीं है. समबडी केम अप विद अ स्टडी विच सेड कि मैंने लिंक्डइन पे ही देखा था, एक इन्फोग्राफिक दिखा था मेरे को एक दिन, दैट इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन 60%, लाइक कुछ सर्वे किया था, सैम्पल साइज किया होगा 1-2 हज़ार कंपनीज का, दैट 67% ऑफ दीज कंपनीज द CEO वॉज द एक्स हेड ऑफ सेल्स ऑफ दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. तो आप ये भी देख लो कि आगे कौन बढ़ रहा है.
तो ये जो P&L रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, इन लोग ने आज सुबह एक टर्म सुना था, P&L रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. नाउ दैट एसेंशियली इज सेल्स, राइट? कि मतलब तुम कितना प्रॉफिट कमा सकते हो, तुम कितना रेवेन्यू लाओगे, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा.
और जो लोग इस बैकग्राउंड से नहीं आते उनको सीखना पड़ता है. आज मेरे क्लाइंटेल में इतने, मतलब मेरे क्लाइंट्स और जिनके साथ मैं कॉन्वर्सेशंस करता हूँ, प्रॉस्पेक्ट करता हूँ, उनमें बहुत ऐसे लोग हैं विच हु हैव नेवर डन सेल्स बिफोर, दे बिलोंग टू अ प्रोडक्ट बैकग्राउंड और ब्रांडिंग बैकग्राउंड एंड ऑल, एंड उनका सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये होता है कि सेल्स कैसे बढ़ाए. अगर इन्हीं लोगों ने पहले कर ली होती तो शायद ये क्वेश्चन इतना इजी. आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग देम, बट पॉइंट इज दे आर हैविंग टू फेस दैट रियलिटी एट 40 years of age. I am saying I would rather face that reality at 23-24.
When you have the energy to put that water bottle in your bag and take the train and do door-to-door selling, जब तुम्हारे पास वो एनर्जी है सीखने की, तब तुम्हें करना चाहिए.
और सर आदमी को ना औकात पता चल जाती है उसके बाद. मेरे को मेरी औकात पता चल गई. मैं बहुत हवा में घूमता था, IIT, IIM, ये वो सब जो टैग्स बनाए हो ना दुनिया में, मैं भी अपने बैच को कैरी करता था बहुत. मैं 6 महीने के अंदर धरती पे आ गया कि यू आर एज गुड एज योर प्रोडक्ट, यू आर एज गुड एज योर कंपनी.
Where is Amaya? Is there? Okay, is there.
Hi.
Okay, guys, how is it?
Nice.
So there's a reason why I showed you. If you see the last portion of the video, what does it say? We should not be at a certain stage of life. We are figuring out how to do sales. If in the very beginning you know how to do sales, the rest everything will be sorted. The guy who knows, that's why I told you yesterday, last session, right? You are the captains of your ship. Sales people are always driving the company. 67% of the world's CEOs are all sales people. They don't come from product operations background. Maximum CEOs are all sales people. Okay, so let's hear from you guys. What did you learn?
So sales teaches you the reality of the industry. He says that once. Everything is a little like fluffed up, and sales is basically like the real thing that you do down in the trenches.
Right.
And there are stereotypes around sales guys, which we saw. Like we also discussed it when we started out our course, that there are a lot of stereotypes and it has been going on. That's why there is this negative connotation with the word sales.
Right.
And but it's important to do it nonetheless, because in the end everybody will talk about how to drive sales in a company. So it's the most essential bit also. And yeah, unless you do it yourself and you get on the ground and do it, and you realize you learn your lessons, and then you get to a place where you can talk from experience, and you are as good as your product company.
Okay. Next.
Can I go?
Yep.
So, when it comes to startups, there is no such thing as job description because, as he said, end में धंधा लाना है, पैसा लाना है. So, I think the process, the systems which you set in place at that time are really important because that is the core.
Yep.
And working in a startup is as good as working in an MNC or a bigger organization for 3 to 4 years because you get to know everything from the base, how the processes are, and what you said, Karnesh, regarding coaching your own opposition or your own the kind where you actually go and directly coach them is something what healthy sales is probably, and you're selling ideas at all times, be it your investor, your boss, your junior, your shareholders. So that, and I think yeah, when he said that instead of learning sales at a very later stage in life, it's better when you do it right away at your millennial age. That's way better.
Nice. Amaya?
So firstly, it's a lifestyle choice mainly. What I can take it out. Then either you're selling a product or service, or you're selling ideas, but you are continuously selling something or the other. You go out and approach 9 leads. Out of 9 to 10 leads, one might get approved. One might get converted. Sales training shows you the true reality of customers. You get to know the true nature of them. Uh, the one thing which I really like is everyone do sales, only the places are different, like the bank or any other thing.
Correct.
And the last point is you have you will have to learn sales at some point of the time of your life. So why not give it at a short run at an earlier stage when you have the energy and yeah, when you have the energy to do it and learn. Yeah.
Good, yeah, good. So even I was taking notes as I saw this video after a long time. I'd seen it a couple of years back, and Saurabh is connected with me on LinkedIn. So we have exchanged some notes. What he does is this was one of my passions. Whenever I go to malls, whenever I receive calls from telemarketing people, I always think, "Hey, why are they doing it so wrong? They're just annoying the customers. Why aren't they doing it a little better?" Then suddenly I saw Saurabh Sengupta, this guy. He started a training institute. He's training all those frontline workers how to be good in sales. And I immediately wrote to him that, boss, I like your idea. I think we should collaborate and all that. But we've not worked together right now, but he's still in touch with me. And I told him also that I'm showing your video to all my coaching clients and my students. So he was happy that, yeah, there's something can be learned. So good. So one key lesson, I think you all got it very right. If you start your journey with sales, rest everything will look very easy for you. In recession, in during downturns, economic collapse, whatever you call it, you will never see salespeople thrown out of the company. So if you're in sales or let's say marketing, you will always have a job. Right? So you did not be like your designation, like we spoke about designation versus role. So you might not have a designation of sales, but if you can go back to your go to your next employer and tell them that I was able to get business for Lemon Yellow, I did this. So the first thing they'll do is their minds will open up. Okay, this guy doesn't come from making PPTs and doing operations. This person knows how to deal with customers, has closed business. So 70% of your battle is won when you say that you have got business. The sales people, marketing people will never go hungry. The axe always falls on the poor operations people. They have such fat salaries, fancy designations, program controller, programmer, developer, Python, this, that, and all that. So when the layoff happens, poor guys, they get laid off the first. Right? Have you ever seen, say, Infosys, Wipro, big companies laying off salespeople? They'll never do that because they don't want to kick the cow that gives milk. Salespeople are they're the guys who lead the company and get in the oxygen. Cash is the oxygen, right? That we discussed in the first. So good, yeah. I think you got the right lessons. Start off early. Then he mentioned about what Nupur said. The core team sets up the culture. So you three guys, the way you set up Lemon Yellow's culture. So like I said, tomorrow you'll be promoted or you'll be out. But Lemon Yellow will always remember whatever you guys have done, whatever culture you have set for this company. And once you become a core member of any company, that builds up your resume. Your resume becomes very, very strong. Let's say you're going for a job somewhere else, you say that you are the core team member of Lemon Yellow. Right? You are working with the promoters directly, with the owners, the CEOs directly. That just takes up your portfolio to a different level. Core team members are always respected in the market. Get used to a no. That's what sales is all about, right? You used to carry those bags, water bottles, biscuits, and take the local train to Kolaba. To hear what? To hear no's. So the more you get used to this fact that, yeah, I'm anticipating a no. So you will be very comfortable with that. Good. So interesting, right? So we'll be doing this reinforcement time and again. So you don't forget session number 1. Okay, so just coming back to quick, what we spoke about LIC, learn, improve. If you are not doing it, your competitor will do it for you. He will try to do LIC with you, right? I'll show a small video about, it's a real story. The real story. This is right now on Netflix. You can see it and watch the lessons. So this is about learn, improve, and crush. Okay, this video. Just watch from that angle.
Okay.
Okay, guys, what did you learn? Very powerful story. Very powerful story.
Can you give more context to it? I was a little.
Yep.
It's a scene from the movie Founder, right?
Yep. You've seen it?
No, actually, I had planned it. I was going to watch it yesterday, but wasn't able to.
So I'll give you the context. I'll give you the context.
Yeah.
So this movie came out 2 years back. Now it's coming on Netflix. The movie is based on a real life story of how McDonald's was formed. Have you read the story in your MBA or wherever, somewhere?
Yeah.
McDonald's is a very classic case of, it's a combination of great salesmanship with using legal loopholes. How law was used to create this brand, right? So the guy, you see in the end screen, there are 2 guys standing, right? One lawyer is explaining that you cannot use this name and all that. They are the actual founders of McDonald's. They're 2 brothers. Their family name is McDonald's. But today, nobody knows them. Everybody knows the guy who was there in that washroom, right? The other guy was talking. His name is Ray Kroc. He's the man behind McDonald's. What he did is, these people were running a small mom and pop shop, right? Giving very nice burgers, very nice milkshakes, and French fries. What they used to do is, they used to call everybody, come see our kitchen. Our kitchen is so clean, hygiene, and all that. They used to give tours. So Ray Kroc also went. He was a salesman. Ray Kroc was a traveling salesman. He was doing very bad in sales. If you see the movie, you'll get a lot of inspiration from that. He was in a down point of his life. He stopped at McDonald's. That was only one store in America, one store. He had something. He went inside the kitchen. He took a tour. Then he said, everybody makes burgers. What is so different about you? Because he said, we have a system. Have you gone to a McDonald's store? What happens? Somebody who's failed their 8th standard or 10th standard can also make that burger. Right? They don't care people come or stay or leave. Their process is so well defined that anybody can make a burger. So these guys started that automation that time, 1950s. How to document the process, how to make it automated that anybody can create a good burger. So Ray Kroc started, a light bulb started glowing in his brain. So if this is process oriented, then why the hell are these guys only doing one store? If I can copy this process and give it to, I can open as many stores as I want. These people never got it, these two brothers. No, we don't want to do all that national chain, American, all American company. We are happy with this. What he did is, he made an agreement that if I open your second store, you will get all the revenues, you'll get a small commission royalty, and I will also take some commission. So that's how he started the second store. Third store, fourth store, he became so big, Ray Kroc, he opened like 50, 60 stores because everybody was interested. No? You'll get a recipe sheet, you'll get a documented process, and your burger shop is open. And these brothers did not know that they become so big because they still were sitting in their own place selling fries and burgers. So what happened? This guy said, I don't need these people. He used law that this McDonald's is now an exclusive property of Ray Kroc, and the brothers themselves cannot use this name. So the lawyer came and told them that you are no longer in charge of your own brand. Take down that brand, otherwise we'll sue you. So the guys who started this company, they had to take down their own. You saw the last scene there; they're taking down that their hoarding. So that's the story. So if you are not planning the next move, somebody else is planning to put you out of business. That's the rule of the market. Getting it? So they were sitting on gold mine. They had everything. They knew how to make burgers. They knew how to make milkshakes, how to make fries. But there was somebody else who was planning that LIC. Somebody learned it from them. They just improvised it and finally they crushed it. That is how the market works. The classic stories of, nobody thought of touching Nokia. Right? They were so big, they were so powerful, nobody could even think of replacing them. Where are they now? Who killed them? Do you think they had a cash shortage? No, they were like billionaires. What killed them was their ignorance, their ego. Same with these two guys. No, we are happy, we are the best. But they didn't know that somebody was plotting against them at their back. Good stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotta go and watch that movie now.
Yeah, this is a very
going to watch
inspiring
it.
movie. This is a very inspiring movie. So I think did I give you the list of movies in the first session? I gave you some books, right?
Yeah, there were some books.
There were movies.
Yeah.
There were some
Wolf
movies
of
of
Wall
Wall Street.
Yeah, you can see it on the screen right now. Big Shot is very good. Wolf of Wall Street is amazing. Wall Street, obviously. Jerry Maguire. You can put this name also, the founder. That's also a very good movie. Rocket Singh is also good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
That is also a good movie. I think very rarely Hindi movies come out with this good theme. Okay, so coming back to see, everything is interlinked. Whatever we're doing, it's not random or it is in silo. Everything is interlinked. Why are we doing this? So that we know our differentiators. We're doing the differentiator, right? How do we come to know the differentiator? Once I know what my competition is doing. So once I learn what they're doing, what we'll do in Thursday, we will create differentiator. So once I create a differentiator, what do I do with that?
I'm aware of my competition and I know my strategy.
Okay. All right. Then next. So this is how we'll create, right? What makes LY great? You'll create this differentiators.
Yeah.
Then finally you'll do something like this. Where is it? You'll create this. This once you have this differentiator, number one, obviously you're aware. You will start communicating all the differentiators. That is the whole purpose why we're doing it. It is not meant to be in a document. It is supposed to be told. How do you tell that story? You tell it in three ways. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
This is all blank right now. Once you know your competition, you know your strengths, you know your weakness, you arrive at a differentiator, you will start communicating. There are three ways of communicating, right? Textual, visual, and auditory.
Yeah.
So when you write your emails, when you write your social media posts, it has to be consistent. It has to have elements of a differentiator. It has to have the element of the promise. So we'll learn that structure. When it is visual, let's say you are on Instagram or Pinterest, it should communicate the same thing. If you're auditory means when you're talking to your clients over the phone or you're going to a face-to-face meeting, you're talking to the client. This communication has to be communicated. It is not meant to be in the Excel sheet or PowerPoint. It has to be communicated. Getting it? So this is a build-up to everything, what we're doing right now. So once you have your message, go ahead and start telling your message. That's the idea.
Okay.
Okay. Let's look at a very good concept called why people buy. You know how to sell, but why do somebody buy? The first trigger is done by the sales guy or by the customers. Think of any example. You're buying a phone, you're buying a washing machine, you want to design your website. Normally, what are the triggers? Who triggers it first?
I think the customer
The customer.
themselves.
The need of the customer.
So if you don't see the ad of 1+8, do you think you'll have a need for 1+8? Everybody wants to change their phones, right? अरे मेरा phone बेकार है, बहुत पुराना हो गया. I want to upgrade my phone. Who told you to upgrade that phone?
The ads.
Yes. Right? So they put that need in you. That it is no more a want, it is a need. You need to upgrade. Your phone with 4 GB RAM and whatever configuration is not going to work. So there was a need created by the communication. Getting it? So majority of the triggers are first done by the selling party. We don't know what we need. We are being told what we need. Acha, your salary is this much. You must have a bike. You must have Activa. Buy now, pay later. Who taught all this? Agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Once you reach a certain salary, sapno ka ghar, who sells it to us? Take that home loan for 25 years. Somebody's teaching us all this, right?
Yeah.
So buying decisions for the first trigger is always by the selling party. So that is where communication comes into play. So Lemon Yellow should go back and communicate, should start a campaign or a strategy. Boss, this, like Amay was saying that day, right? I research on the bad websites. I want to go back and tell them, this is horrible. You need to change. That is what communication is. Because this is not acceptable in 2020 that you have a horrible looking website. What happens to your brand value? What happens to your conversions? This is where you need to hit them. And exactly this is why we are doing this exercise of competitive intelligence. If I know my strengths, I can hit them on exactly on those parameters. So let's look at the psychology, why people buy. This is, in nutshell, this is why people buy. Either you have a pain, you have a pleasure, you approach the solution provider. The end of any business is fulfillment. Any business. You're selling e-commerce to you selling flats. The cycle has to complete. You have a pain or you want to take a pleasure decision, you will approach the solution provider and there's a fulfillment. There is no other buying behavior associated. Whatever books there are available, they'll all boil down to this. Either you take a decision based on pain or you take a decision based on pleasure. Let's say you want to upgrade your TV from 56 inch to 109 inch. Is that a pain decision or a pleasure decision?
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Pleasure. Your TV breaks down. What decision is that?
Pain.
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 What Amay is feeling right now.
इस पेन में कितना पेन था.
वो वर्ड बार बार देख के अचूक सा.
So you had a pain and you went to the solution provider, right?
Yeah.
So this is simple, right? Where whatever you do in your life, this is what you have a pleasure decision or a pain decision. You approach. Finally, there's a fulfillment. You got some painkillers or you got some gel. That's a fulfillment. So we have to think in terms of lemon yellow.
Yeah.
Whatever people are buying, is that a pain decision or a pleasure decision? Tell me, Nikita, Nupur, Amir. Your customers.
Sometimes both, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they might have some pain and sometimes they might go for some pleasure like अरे चुप बैठो यार. So sometimes they'll go for the pleasure needs which they might had like कि मेरे website पे why not improve it much better so that it might look good or ऐसा कुछ improvement. And sometimes the pain issues can be like कि this particular feature or this particular element of our website or app is not doing good and because of this we are losing our business and we need to work on it to make it much better and to increase our sales and everything.
So if I have to give you an example, first session also we spoke about a lot of examples, right? If you change from a cook to a chef, from a driver to a chauffeur, how behavior changes. So today, if I ask you to compare, is Lemon Yellow like a doctor or Lemon Yellow is like a fashion designer?
Doctor.
Doctor, agree, Nupur?
Ha.
Yeah.
Who goes to a fashion designer? People go in pain to a fashion designer?
No.
Right? But people who have a pain, they go to a doctor, right? So in your case, are people seeing you more of a fashion designer or seeing you more as a doctor or a mechanic?
Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor, right? Doctor has the solution to their pains. He will diagnose. What does the doctor do? Diagnose first.
Yeah.
Shut their mouth and listen to you, right? That's what doctors do. They will first shut their mouth. Then they will listen to all your complaints, all your problems. They will do a diagnosis to make sure that you're giving the right solution.
Yeah.
Then they'll hand over the prescription to you. That's the three
Perfect.
steps.
Yeah, perfect.
That's exactly what Lemon Yellow is doing, right?
Yes.
So when you say you have some buyers who buy you for pleasure, it could be exception, but
Yeah.
your business is to solve pain issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mainly for
Ratio wise, it will be like 80-20.
Yeah.
So if you know that you are a doctor, so now the world has changed, right? Doctors are also going digital. What is the difference between being sitting in a clinic and going out in the online market? If you are sitting in the office, you expect customers to come to you, right?
Yeah.
But if you're digital, you are reaching out to your customers.
And the scale also
Scale, yes.
increases.
You can talk to 1:1,000,000 versus 1:10 or 1:20.
Yeah.
So Lemon Yellow is a digital company, has the power of digital with them, social media, email marketing, sales people and all that. Are you going ahead and hitting people on the pain areas? how are we communicating this solution? Not, so that is why that differentiator is required. That is why the pain area is required. You have documented the pain areas, right, in your service matrix.
Yes.
Bad UI, bad. You
Yeah.
have to use it in your communication. So we'll once we go ahead, we'll learn all the email template, the phone call scripts. This will all contain these elements. Your
Yeah.
website is horrible. Do you know the impact of having a bad website today? So we spoke about, right? Hit them where it hurts.
Yeah.
So this is what we will do all that. So if you're a doctor, so doctor always has, what does the doctor try to do? Is the doctor trying to push the medicines or he's trying to find a solution to your pain? What is his prime intent?
Find a solution to
Find a
ease your
solution.
There are some doctors who do otherwise. Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
hospitalize ho jao, take this brand of medicine. There are there. But majority of the profession, when they take the oath, the Hippocrates oath as a doctor, they say that, our job is to cure the patient. We don't treat them as customers. They don't treat them as, paying service. They don't, that's why you cannot sue a doctor because doctors don't come under service providers. They are not like Lemon Yellow. If Lemon Yellow does a bad job and you lose business, somebody can sue Lemon Yellow. Nobody can sue a doctor. Have you ever seen people suing doctor? They are above that because they are not in the category of service provider. They are way above that. They come under some other stuff. The human angle and all the stuff is there. And they don't treat people as customers. They are patients. In charge, in lieu of their service, they take a small consultation fee. That's it. It is not a transaction fee. It is a consultation fee or it is a exchange for the service. So why I'm saying that is, if you are the doctor for your customers, go ahead and tell them, "Ki boss, you are suffering. Come to our clinic. We have the solution." So there could be three major reasons why people buy, right? Reduce cost, number one. Number two, reduce time. Improve revenues. Three major reasons. You can note it down. Any decision, any B2B decision is always revolving around these three things. So whether Lemon Yellow is selling web design or I'm selling IT products or BPO products, we revolve our communication around these three things. Why you should work with Lemon Yellow? We will improve your revenues. We will decrease your time. We will decrease your costs. If you can tell your story in around these three parameters, the customer will get it. He'll understand, okay, this is where I'm suffering. This is my pain. And the doctor is recommending me these three things. Making sense?
Yes.
So if you see all B2B communication, just go to LinkedIn, go to any company website. Everything revolves around these three things. If you go to, let's say, QuickBooks, somebody selling IT products, any B2B solution is around these three things. So like we said, customers, we all are driven to a state of fulfillment. I don't have something now. If I have this, I'll be fulfilled. My needs will be fulfilled. You see that ad, see the trigger, see the chain. You see that ad, it triggers a emotional decision-making process in your brain. Really, yaar, mera phone purana ho gaya. I have to take a decision. Then the bank gives you more. There's always a small line at the bottom of the ad, right? Available on EMI. If you have a HDFC Bank credit card, ICICI Bank credit card, take it on EMI. The second trigger, hey boss, this is available on EMI. I have to just pay 900 rupees, 1000 rupees a month. Third decision, you go to Amazon, you check it out, you buy it. So see how you were moved with a single piece of ad. You took so many decisions to arrive at that sense of fulfillment. So the trigger, Lemon Yellow has to put that trigger in your customer base. Boss, you are suffering. Come to our clinic. We will solve these three issues for you. We will increase your revenue, we will decrease your cost, we will decrease your time. Come to us. So in marketing language, we call it move from the current state to a promise state. All marketing is about promise. What are those headlines screaming? You start, you pick up a newspaper to a website, you go to Instagram, Facebook, wherever. What are they screaming? We will give you something, right? It's a promise. It is a promise. 24 hours, be rich, fix your, increase your profits, whatever, this is the phone, it changes everything. I don't know how many times, so it's only your phone models are getting changed. Nothing is changing. Apple says, no, change, it changes everything.
Yeah.
So that's what, so a marketing is nothing or a sales message is nothing but a promise. You're telling the promise, and how good you can live up to the promise is how good you will become as a company. If you promise them 100, you give them 120, the client is bowled over. This is a company. This is a company. I asked them to design a website. They gave me much more in return. That is called value. That is called value. So any decision, buying decision is from my current state to a promised state. My TV is broken. It is my current state. Promised state is I will have a TV. Then I take those decisions. I take the journey to buy a new TV. I'm having a pain in my muscles. I take the journey to go to a doctor, and I move to a promised state that I'll be healthy and fit in some time. It's a promised state, right? So current state to promised state is what our job is as growth experts, customer success experts, whatever you call it. Our job is to communicate that promise to our potential customers, that we will take you from here to here. Any communication, you just pick up anything, website ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, your website, newspaper ads, just dial, wherever you go, there is a promise. Making sense?
Yes.
So what is our job?
To communicate to the customer that we take them from the current state to a promised state, which is a better
Right.
state.
Why will they make a move? What is bad about the current state?
You guys want to take a shot?
Sorry?
I'm asking if they want to say something.
What is wrong in the current state? Why you have taken up this holy job of taking them from a current state to a promised state?
Because they are in the pain state.
Yes. Some people know their pain. Some people
Yeah, we
not
do.
aware of the pain.
Yeah.
Right? So that is your job, because you're showing them a mirror. Because we know that you're suffering.
Yeah.
We know you're suffering. See,
I know.
because it is a biological pain, you run to the doctor. It is because there are business pains, people suffer.
Yeah.
They work with that same horrible website for years and years together. The same logo for years and years together. Because it is not causing them an immediate pain. Chal raha hai, theek hai, chal raha hai. Your job is to show them the mirror. No, boss, chalega nahi. If you fix your logo, if you fix your website, you do this. This is the incremental revenue you will get. This is the time you will save. This is the cost you will save at the long run. So our job is to be the evangelist. You understand evangelist?
Yeah.
Evangelism, samajhta hai, Nupur?
No.
No.
You see,
Like
go to, sorry, go ahead.
Positive spokesperson for the brand.
Right. See, the word evangelism came from the Christian missionaries. You see, the TV mein aate hai na, Christians, they keep shouting, hallelujah, Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming. The word comes from that, evangelist. They keep reinforcing that thing in people's mind. The people move from, if you see a church gathering, people are shaking and shivering. Why? Move from a current state to a promised state of Jesus. Jesus is coming. So you are going to be that evangelist to tell them, boss, you are suffering, come to me. We will fix you.
So, sometimes it also happens that we identify companies like now it's going on smoothly, but this thing will hit you after a few time, and we try to communicate to them ki uh, uh, try to solve this problem or the pain right now, or else at a long run you might suffer a big thing, right? Sometimes it happens that also, like we like as the growth consultants we might communicate to them that uh, no fix this problem now and now only, otherwise this will cost you, this will harm you at a very long stage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we will come to that technique.
Yeah.
Right. No, why we're collecting all this differentiator, like I said, we're going to be using it now communication. So all the pain areas that you mentioned, with the pain comes a solution, right? Your doctor, you said you're a doctors. What does the doctor do? You have body pain, take this medicine. You have fever, take this medicine. You have this, there is always a corresponding solution to the pain.
Yeah.
So you have to plan your sales campaigns like that. Do you know that a bad website can do so much damage to your revenue and your brand reputation? Lemon Yellow has the solution. So it is like, imagine like an Excel sheet: pain, impact, solution. And what will happen after the solution? They move to the promised state. Your revenue will increase, your time to deploy will decrease, your cost will decrease. It's very simple. You have a pain, we have a solution, you will move from here to there. This is all a marketing campaign does. This is all a sales campaign will do. I told you, I think last session on Saturday, a couple of things. I don't know if you made notes of that. One was that rebuttal. That if it is expensive, you immediately the first response should be as compared.
As compared to.
I think I don't know if I mentioned that somebody says I will think about it. That's the second question, right? Sorry, the second excuse everybody will give. I don't have money. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
So the first, what should be the first rebuttal? What should come out of your mouth first? What is the cost of not taking a decision? He wants to buy time. See? Buying time will not solve his problem, right? He wants an escape from the sales guy. The sales guy has put so much of pressure that he wants to escape by giving some excuse. So the money excuse won't work. You already told him that we are not expensive. Now he'll say, okay, give me some time. मैं सोचता हूँ, देखता हूँ. The first response should be, sir, do you know the cost of not taking this decision? You've already been suffering. It is like Ameya. If Ameya wouldn't have gone to the doctor, what would have happened? Exaggeration, right? Aggravation of the pain. So you'll have to tell the same thing. So there's nothing to think. If you need time to think, I can hold your offer. So we'll learn these techniques. I'm just giving you some advanced techniques. If you need some time to think, I'm happy to give you 24 to 48 hours. But I'll have to withdraw that offer if you don't, because we have done so much of work. You have spent your time. I have spent my time to come to this stage. And you like my offering, you like my solution, you like my team, you like everything. And I see that pricing is also not a concern. So I think we should sign. If you don't sign, if you need time to think, I'm very happy to give you 48 hours. And after which, unfortunately, I'll have to withdraw that offer. Like I said, walk out from 4-5 meetings. Try doing that. I told you, right, last session?
Yeah.
Walk out. The guy who wants the least will win. Remember? So this is all ingrained in me. That is the way I function. So when you come to that promised state, I'm going to take you from this current state you're suffering. You don't know that. I have the solution. I'm going to take you to this promised state. And if you need time to think, you have 48 hours. Very politely, very respectfully. You try doing this yet. I have shown some guts they will understand their work dealing with some tough pros. Be very clear, you are not customer service. Customer asks for a proposal, what do you do, Nupur?
Sorry.
Customer asks for a proposal. Can you send me a proposal?
Uh, I will definitely say yes, but in return to that, I will ask something of the same stature.
Great. So now थोड़ा सा दिमाग में आ रहा है ना these things. So it is like
But I have a small doubt. The in return same stature, मतलब exactly like what can be like the particular thing which we should
We'll have
ask.
to figure that out. Like
Yeah.
as per our context, I think we
Ha.
were saying that either a meeting with the CEO or whatever, like it could be that, or it could be a company profile structure of theirs, hierarchy structure of theirs.
Ha.
I think, like you say, you give a weightage. Whatever he's asking. He's asking for a proposal, right?
Yeah.
The proposal in the scale of 1 to 100, kitna रहेगा? I would give 30. I would give 30. His proposal is something you're supposed to give, right? Any which ways.
Yeah.
So ask something like I said, who else is there in the organization? If you have paid attention to what I spoke last time, I
Yeah.
also have so many other services which this guy might not buy, but somebody else might buy in your organization, right? Let's say I'm dealing with John Smith, the chief marketing officer, and I'm selling him UI UX. What about digital marketing services that Lemonula has? Maybe
Yeah.
somebody else in the organization is interested in buying. So you ask, by the way, are you the decision maker for digital marketing services also? Can you please introduce me to, I saw on LinkedIn, there's somebody called Sylvia in your organization. She takes the decision on digital marketing. Can you please do an introduction over LinkedIn or email? So he asked you for 30, you also asked for 30. You didn't ask for something very big. You just asked for an intro, right? That is a very easy thing to do. So क्या करना है? email ID copy करना है उसको CC में. Making sense?
Yeah.
Like for how, for example, for Bridgestone, like just to clarify Amay's doubt, maybe this would be make sense that from Bridgestone we were trying to get this Sarabjit's contact. Amay, if you remember, who is the marketing head of theirs. But we were in touch with someone else. We were in touch with another person who looked into just the like a branding requirements, which was Tapan, if you remember.
Ha.
Yeah, so we used to be in touch with him, but then we asked him that since we are doing this, now can you connect us with your marketing person also, because we have a lot of other services. So we were just doing branding, but then we pitched our UI UX solutions as well, and we were like, maybe we can do something in that area as well for Bridgestone. So then he got us connected to that guy, the other guy who we wanted to connect with.
Yeah.
So that way, I think we can figure out as per clients which is required.
Right? So always get something in return. कुछ भी हो, कुछ तो मांगो. तो देगा कि नहीं देगा, that's different. But make sure that he's like we said, business is between equals. If he's asking for something 30, you also ask for something 30. He's asking you to reduce the price. The biggest thing, right? So you're giving me a quotation of 2 lakh rupees. Give me a 20% discount. Let's say you actually can give him 20% discount. Let's say you got the approval from your bosses. Okay, fine. So you'll just hand over that thing, discount. What will you ask in return? I'll give you 20% discount, but what do I need? Think.
Could be more business, like more other services could be the one thing.
Before onboarding, before starting this service, I think it will be a little too premature.
Referrals?
No, he's asked you for discount. Okay? Nupur, we can do this deal. If you, instead of 1 lakh rupees, if you give me 80,000 rupees. So you go.
Probably I'll reduce something from my offer. Like, is that what I would do?
Yeah, that is a good technique when you are on the borderline of pricing. Now you are comfortable. You got the approval from Samir. Yeah, we can do it in 80,000, no problem.
Okay.
But कुछ तो मांगना है ना. I'm trained to ask something from the customer. Okay, Sarabjit, I'm giving you this 80,000 rupees. Can you sign the PO by 6 p.m. today?
Okay.
This offer is valid if you sign the PO by 6 p.m. today.
We can also ask like more percentage of the amount in advance, right? Like if we ask for
Yeah.
give me
You can do that.
60% advance right now and this offers you this offer states like that.
Yes, you can do that. I'm giving you 80K, but my previous offer said that 20% advance. Now, because I've reduced the price, I would expect you to give me at least 30 to 40% advance.
Yeah, that thing also can work.
So you'll have to think on the ground what works, but do not come empty-handed. Don't be customer service. Customer service are the people who are just trained to give. You are not an FAQ section of the website. You are sales guys. You are responsible for the business, for the oxygen that's coming into your business, right?
Yeah.
If you give something, take something in return. So you can plan. That is up to your judgment. Like you said, advance. I would say sign the PO today. So he should know that he is dealing with some pros. Right? So coming back to our topic, are we clear? We are doctors. We have the solution. You don't know you're suffering. We know you're suffering. These are your pain areas. Come to us. We will take you to the promised state. Four column Excel sheet. That is how you should function.
Nikita just left.
This is something we will do.
Nikita messaged. She said her call dropped. She's rejoining.
Okay.
Huh.
So if you see, this is what we will do. Once you arrive at the customer pain areas and your differentiators, we will fill this table. Current state. I'll give you an example. Poor branding, brand image. What is LY's differentiators? Let's say we deploy the most advanced technology, the most up-to-date technology. What is the promised state? Your brand recall or whatever use in your terminology will increase from current state of 20% to 50%. Right? Second step, you're losing revenue because you have a broken website. You have 7 steps in UI. You call 7 steps. You want to cut down the steps. So you've done the research on this client that we see that to reach your buy now button, I had to do 7 steps. Why 7 steps? Do you know how much of revenue you're losing because of the 7 steps? Your customers are getting frustrated. What is the promise state?
I can get you done it in 5 steps.
3 to 4 or whatever.
Yeah. So that is a service you're offering. So current state, differentiator, promise state. Current state, next current state could be about money. So hit them where it hurts. There are only 3 things. Like I said, what are the 3 things that any communication revolves around? Forgot. Revenue, time, and cost.
Yeah.
ये तीनों के अंदर ही revolve करता है everything, right? So you've given already a pain area of time. You've given a pain area of revenue, cost. Do you know to maintain? I don't know, like to maintain this website, you need to have this many developers, and you will take this much of time. And to go live, let's say you come up with a proposal. Somebody wants to go live with a new website. Why go here and there? We have the end-to-end solution to this. So come to this promise state. We will reduce your time. Right? Ask me questions. Making sense? Not making sense? Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, agreed.
Making sense. Yeah.
So when the word consultant is used, growth consultant का मतलब क्या होता है?
To help you guide for better growth.
Someone who's an expert.
Yes. So Ameya used the word guide. Nikita used the word expert. So you know better than the customer.
Yeah.
You are 1 chapter ahead of the customer. So you have to behave like it. So we know the solution. I know you are suffering. I have the solution. I can solve. That is when you become a consultant. Consultants क्या करते हैं? They give you the path. They guide you to the destination. From the current state to the promised state, they build a road. Come, walk, hold my hands and walk and take this journey. I'll take you there. Okay? So when you have that attitude of helping, that I am taking you the promised state, you will never be perceived as a sales guy. A sales guy का intention क्या रहता है? You always relate an example of doctor. Doctor का intention medicines बेचना नहीं है ना. He's taking you from the current state to a promised state. So once you become that consultant, you will never be perceived as salespeople by your customers. You will do sales without selling. By the way, this. Here is the price. Okay, they signed the deal. Done. That is the best thing, right? When there is no fight, there is no conflict, negotiations smooth. So that is the ideal way of selling. Good. So useful session.
Yes.
I had a small doubt, you can say. This challenge I've been facing since like last month, kind of thing. So in the last month, probably we got inquiries, like almost 7 to 8 inquiries. Like, कि, do you do website design? Do you do logo and वगैरह ऐसा अलग-अलग थे. So, but when I used to be the point of contact with them. So I used to talk to. So immediately I used to understand कि बाबा this is not my audience. They can't afford our services. But still, मतलब they are like कि मेरे को ये करना है. Can you give me a proposal, a quote? But I know that कि boss, you can't. Even if I give you everything, it has to end like कि I'm sorry, your prices are too high. Okay. So because I don't know, they have the thinking, yeah, it's a website design, okay, chalo website design, but we are not particularly a website design agency. We are a UI UX design agency. So a lot of people don't understand, and then they are like, okay, these people do website design, let's approach them. Website design karke chahiye. So what should be my approach or steps when I know already that this person cannot afford our services, or yeah, exactly that. So how do I deflect it or stop it right on there and there, so that both our times not get wasted, kind of thing?
Very good question. What is this process called? What you're trying to do? That you're trying to make sure that you are working with the right people and the right people are working with you. What is this process called? This process is called prospecting.
Prospecting.
Right? So there are 5 stages: lead, prospect, demo phase or proposal phase, you can call it, negotiate, close. Once again, lead, prospect, propose, negotiate, close. So what you're doing, we will learn all the tricks, we will learn all the strategies, how to prospect. First of all, your communication, what I spoke, that's the reason we're making the matrix. My target audience is this. I will work with customers of this size. One column had asked you to insert Nupur in terms of size. You cannot work with every company, right? In that segment.
Yeah.
Remember, we spoke about either has to be this many employees or this much of revenue, 50 crores, 100 crores. So the more narrow you become, the more chances of you hitting the goal. So you have to define your audience. So once you've defined your audience, you know you will be working with these people only. Right? So prospecting is nothing but, in very simple language, is the technique of filtration. There are 4 techniques of filtration, which everybody does it. You go to Oracle, you go to Google, you go to smallest of startups. That is what I teach is there are 4 ways. So this is not part of the session, but you can just make a note. We will come in detail in the next session. It is called BANT. You've heard about this?
No.
Nikita?
No.
The quickest way to filter out customers is BANT. Budget, authority, need, time. Ask these 4 questions. Within 20 minutes, you'll filter out the customers. Whether you are right for the customer or the customer is right for you. Sir, do you have a budget for this task? Sir, are you the decision maker? Do you have the authority? Do you have a need for this? Or are you just doing window shopping? What is there a real need for this? Number 4, is there a timeline do you have in mind? Is it something you will do it right now or you want to do it next year? BANT. Right? We'll discuss this when we come to sales stages. But just since you raised this question, you ask these 4 questions, be spin me, your job will be done.
So how to like politely decline? I think that is another part because
So I know that
you know we don't want to seem.
You're not declining him. He's declining you. Like if you go to buy a BMW, what happens? You only walk out of the showroom, right? Does BMW tell you, sir, you go out of my showroom? When you go and find out this is BMW 46 lakhs, you only walk out, right? So are you the BMW or you are WagonR?
BMW.
So if you are the BMW, behave like BMW, no? So sir, if you go to a BMW showroom, they'll be very polite with you. Like you asked a question, Nikita, how do we politely decline? They will not apply pressure on you. They'll ask you simple questions. Like you go to Maruti showroom, they're in fact more humble and polite than a Maruti showroom guy. They'll ask you, I've been to those showrooms. So they'll ask very nice questions. They speak very good English. They're all from IIMs. By the way, I found one guy who was from IIM selling cars. So he was very nice. Then he just didn't apply any pressure because I am the one who filtered myself out. नहीं यार अभी मेरा इतना औकात नहीं है अभी BMW खरीदने का, maybe next time. He didn't do anything to drive me out. Getting it?
Yeah.
So you just let your information know to the customer. So I gave you the example of Suresh Kumar, the blog that I shared. If you see the picture, the 10 commandments, the first commandment is, we will take you as a customer if you have 75 lakh rupees worth of budget for this project. Otherwise, we'll be very good friends. Such a beautiful line. There's no pressure. बस इतना है तो मेरे साथ काम करेंगे. You come to a BMW, you cannot negotiate, na? You cannot say, sir, WagonR is giving me at this rate. You will not do it in the first place. It is impossible to do that. Go to a BMW and have WagonR kind of expectations. So, if you are a BMW, you know that you are a BMW. Please behave like a BMW. Don't apply pressure on him. Tell him this is who you are. They themselves will filter themselves out. Okay. Yeah. Of course. What if that guy actually is looking for a BMW? What if I have the money? They know my salary. They know where I work. What's my business and all that. And they've called me. Now the question is about they want to filter me out. Then you have to apply this. There's so many people who visit BMW. What do they do next? They go to Mercedes showroom, right?
Yeah, Mercedes, Audi.
If this is somebody, let's say, has a budget of 40 lakhs, he wants to go window shopping. He's making his intent very clear. Boss, मेरे को खरीदना है. जो better deal देगा, Audi देगा, या BMW देगा, या Volvo देगा, या Mercedes देगा, I will buy it. So he made it so clear. So now the pressure is on the sales guy. Because this is the right person who's walked into the showroom. Now, how do I catch that guy? How do I make sure that he's the right guy? Then you apply that BANT. You will see them asking very, very, very polite questions. Sir, कब तक लेने का plan है? Right? Sir, we have already gone through your income profile and all that. So definitely, you can afford this car. So are you looking for long trips? Are you looking for family outings? They'll ask you all these questions just to make sure that
you are purchasing
you are the right person.
Also, if they ask you these questions, they can suggest you the appropriate car in terms of if you're talking about cars. Like what exactly is do you have a big family? Do you want to go on trips? So that they might suggest you, why don't you go for an SUV? Or if you're a business class guy, so they'll suggest you, why not go for a sedan like 5 Series, M3, M4, like these things.
Yes, you're right. So the good salesman will always do 30% of talking, and that 30% will be questions.
Yeah.
Because I want to be very, very clear from the customer, and I'll use there's something called paraphrasing, right? You know, understand what is paraphrasing?
Not exactly. Yes.
Not you said not exactly.
No.
I paraphrased you. You said not exactly, na? So I paraphrased. I said, okay, I mean not exactly. So the customer says,
You're
"What do you-"
repeating what they're saying to confirm.
Yes. It says, wow, what a beautiful car. So during the end of the discussion, you'll say, sir, you only told, sir, it's a beautiful car. That is called paraphrasing. This is a,
Yeah, we unknowingly do
yeah,
that.
it is, salespeople are
But now
trained
we're
to
aware.
paraphrase. We are trained to paraphrase because it is, you are reinforcing his own commitment. You remember what I told you that, sir, you liked our product, you liked our service, you liked our team. What is there not to like about the price? So you are basically paraphrasing all these three steps.
Okay.
You said, wow, Sameer and Nupur, you're great people. Your proposal is really great. Lemon Yellow, I know Lemon is a great brand. So all this while he's only talking and you're capturing that information. 70% of the time you're short, right? So what are you doing? You're noting all this. And you
Yeah.
will use that masala to throw it in at the end. So paraphrasing is powerful.
Guys, I think it's time, Karmesh.
Yep.
Actually, there is a call lined up.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you. So
No, I'm just trying to.
yeah, I was about to wrap before the Amya came with the Okay, guys. So
He has the pain, so he's coming with his pain.
Thursday, what we're doing is we're working. I don't know if it'll take one session, two sessions, but we will finalize that. The way you guys did a phenomenal job in finalizing the service matrix, I'm expecting the same kind of effort and quality of work in the comparative intelligence. Solid work.
All right.
We will freeze that.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your Monday.
Yes.
You too.
Thank you. And Karmesh, I have already updated some more of the points in the recipe for the last one. I'll do this as well ASAP. But what is the main table of, like, what is the title for today?
Title was there in the PPT. One second. It's called How People Buy. Why People Buy.
Okay.
Buying behaviors, basically.
Yeah.
Current state to promised state.
Okay. So you can put it under that. Put all the
If
points.
there is no section, you can create a section. You can put heading, header, first header, and you can create.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Okay, guys, take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Karmesh.
Bye. Thank you.